Hello guys, and welcome back once again to the Asian channel. And today we are going to talk about, well, this is the photo confirmation we found circulating on Chinese social media Weibo. This is a confirmation photo of the carrier-based 4th generation fighter. The J-15T is now configured to carry the very long-range and proven effective PL-15 air-to-air missile with a maximum range of 300 kilometers. And it's probably only a matter of time now that we could see the J-15T2 carry the PL-17 air-to-air missile with a maximum range of 400 kilometers, the most powerful weapon of the J-16. And it's very possible in the future because, as we all know, the J-16 of the People's Liberation Army Air Force and J-15 of the People's Liberation Army Navy share similar airframe. They're both flanker aircraft derived from the original Su-27 design. It's very possible that the J-15B could also carry now the PL-15 air-to-air missile because both are the latest variant of the J-15. The J-15T is basically the catapult-capable aircraft that's designated to operate on the Katabar Fujian aircraft carrier, while the J-15B is the latest variant of the J-15 similar to the J-15T. But the J-15B is deployed on the Liaoning and Shandong, which are Stobar aircraft carrier, the older type. Stobar aircraft carrier doesn't use catapult that slingshot the aircraft into the air. Instead, the fighter jet takes off from the aircraft carrier using its own power. It's just assisted by the ship's ski jump to give them a boost during takeoff. The PL-15 is a fire-and-forget missile. It's an active radar-seeker that uses ASA radar on its onboard system. The missile is a beyond-visual-range air-to-air missile. It could get course correction, update, and guidance during mid-flight from the launching aircraft or AWACS to get excellent target precision. The PL-15 missile showed its excellent capability during the recent India-Pakistan aerial conflict. Despite it was only the 145-kilometer range export version to comply in global arms export regulation regarding the range limit for export missiles. In this video, I will break down to you why this is such a big deal and why this means serious trouble to Chinese adversaries. First, we all know China now has a very capable aircraft like the super advanced J-20 and the super flanker, the J-16, and their very long-range missiles. But these aircrafts are both deployed on the Chinese mainland, and you are only in serious trouble of facing them if you try to get close into their territory, within their anti-access, area denial range, or if you share close border with them like India, South Korea, or Japan. In the past, the lack of power to protect globally has been China's weakness, something that the United States is most powerful in this regard. The ability to project power anywhere in the world with their powerful battle group, with their main weapon are their large fleet of aircraft carriers. This carrier strike group has more firepower than the entire military of other countries, while China, on the other hand, has two relatively smaller aircraft carriers with older design, and with also older aircraft technology too on board. For example, the original J-15 uses obsolete the mechanical radar, older Russian engine, and less inferior missiles. The J-15's best missile on board in the past are their PL-12. Yes, a capable missile, but it has shorter range than the PL-15, lesser speed, and the PL-15 has more advanced guidance. The original J-15 can't even take off at full fuel and full payload capacity on the Stobar aircraft carrier on the forward position. Thus, the mockery from the West. They could only carry a total of 28 tons, including aircraft's weight, fuel, and bombs. Yes, the original J-15 could take off in full payload capacity of 33 tons only at the aft of the aircraft carrier on ideal conditions, with aircraft carrier traveling at full speed to give extra headwinds. Also, Stobar aircraft carrier can't even carry AWACS on board, and as we all saw in the Indian-Pakistan War, we now know how important these are. They assisted the J-10CE shoot down the Rafale. This is how a full defense network worked together to successfully beat your opponent, and in modern warfare, it's not the simple apple-to-apple or fighter jet versus fighter jet alone anymore. Now with the J-15T and possibly also J-15B carrying the very advanced and very long-range PL-15 air-to-air missile, the Chinese Navy has now the same firepower of the Chinese Air Force with their super flanker. the J-16. The newest J-15T also uses now a more powerful and more efficient WS-10B engine and ditched the old AL-31 Russian engine. The J-15T also uses a new and more advanced avionics, electronic warfare and countermeasure, and more importantly, new advanced ASR radar that could allow them to carry the PL-15 air-to-air missile to make them truly to rival the latest FA-18 Super Hornet used by the U.S. Navy. Now with the PL-15, they even have an advantage over the F-18's because the FA-18's longest air-to-air missile in service for now is to aim 120D with maximum range of 180 kilometers, while the PL-15 has a maximum range of 300 kilometers. So because of this threat, the U.S. developed the AIM-174B with a maximum range of 300 to 400 kilometers to rival China's PL-17 or PL-21 missile. The J-15T basically would allow Chinese Navy to launch the aircraft at full payload capacity, while having a very powerful radar and very long-range missile anywhere in the world for power projection, and not just on Chinese mainland toward their borders or anyone who get close to their mainland. The newest and most powerful J-15T could match China's rapidly growing naval fleet, which has become the biggest navy in the world since 2020. Now they have more ships in service compared to the U.S. Navy, and it could even grow bigger in the future with their massive shipbuilding capacity, 232 times greater than U.S. shipyards. So now with their very large Navy together with their new aircraft carrier carrying very advanced fighter jets like the J-15T and the J-35 stealth fighter in the international ocean, and few thousand kilometers away from your country's shore, enough distance where they can launch an attack, and then you are in serious trouble. China plans to build 4 more aircraft carriers before 2030. And remember, this aircraft carrier are accompanied by destroyers, frigate, support ship, and nuclear attack submarine as a whole battle group. Same power projection similar to the United States globally. China now has achieved what the United States solely enjoyed over the past 50 years, the sole country to project power anywhere in the world through their navy. China's new aircraft carrier is now also designed to carry their carrier-based KJ-600 early warning aircraft or AWACS, the Chinese version of the U.S. Navy's E-2 Hawkeye. Now, the Chinese Navy could carry the same capability of the U.S. Navy, and the Chinese Air Force have. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want more topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.